Today, for member statements, we will hear from the members for the districts of St. George's Humber, Baie Verte-Green Bay, Lewisporte-Twillingate, Fogo Islands Cape Freels, and St. John's Centre. The Honourable, the member for St. George's Humber.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Earlier this fall, I had an opportunity to join a group of volunteers organized by the Nature Conservancy of Canada as they did a beach cleanup on Sandy Point on the province's west coast. The Nature Conservancy of Canada is Canada's leading land conservation organization. They secure properties and manage them for the long term. They lead and inspire others to join in creating a legacy for future generations by conserving important natural and biologically diverse areas. For the past 5 years, the Nature Conservancy has been leading an annual beach cleanup on Sandy Point, where they own 67 acres. Sandy Point was once a thriving community, but when the peninsula became an island due to coastal erosion, the people of Sandy Point resettled to nearby communities. Remnants of Sandy Point's history can still be seen today, including foundations, cemeteries, and old docks and breakwaters. In conclusion, I congratulate the group of volunteers on the work that they have done on Sandy Point and the Nature Conservancy of Canada on the work they're doing in this province and indeed throughout Canada. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for the District of Baie Verte-Green Bay.
Mr. Speaker, to quote a Welcome to Community sign in my district, the heart of the community lies within its people, could probably best describe most, if not all, communities that we have the privilege to represent. June 27, 2018, the community of Lassie said goodbye to one of its most cherished residents, who personified the heart of their community, Neal Ward. Neal lived a remarkable and rewarding life full of incredible memories that he shared with his wife, Dana, children Zachary, Shelby, Chelsea, and granddaughter Ashlyn. Neal gave freely of his time and energy to anyone who needed it, without exception. He coached minor sports, as well as president of the Minor Hockey Association. He served on the Town Council of Lassie, the Harbour Authority, the Recreation Commission, and various other committees. Neal was passionate about many things: golf, his love of nature, and hockey. His proudest moment was raising the Herder Memorial Trophy in 1993-94 as a member of the Lassie Jets. He was a family man and shared his work life with his brothers Roy, Doug, and Terry, operating RNDT Fishing Enterprise until his exit from the fishery. His legacy as a good friend will be remembered by all those who were fortunate, as I was, to call him a friend. I ask all honourable members in joining me on offering condolences to the Ward family. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for the District of Lewisporte-Twillingate.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The spirit of community and volunteering is very evident in the town of Birchie Bay. Over the past few weeks, I had the opportunity to participate in two great community events. On October 13, the community hosted the 24th Annual Fall Fair, which included a street parade, craft fair, an auction, duck race, along with a variety of fun activities for young and old. Like most community events, including fall fairs, they're never complete without a delicious spread of home-cooked meals and desserts prepared by outstanding volunteers. The Fall Fair was greatly supported by residents and visitors who all had an amazing time. Then on October 27th, the town celebrated the vast contributions of their volunteers with an appreciation night. Volunteer committee members from the firemen and fireettes, sport and recreation, multi-purpose facility, Fall Fair, and over-the-top museum committees were treated to a dinner, entertainment, and presented with gifts of appreciation for sharing their hard work and dedication, which makes all communities thrive. Mr. Speaker, I ask all members to please join me in congratulating the town of Birchie Bay and thanking all volunteers in their community and throughout our great province. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for the District of Fogo Island, Cape Freels.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity to rise and inform the South of the great things that are happening in my district. A few years ago, a group of friends got together and went for a game of golf. What started out as a single outing grew into an annual tournament. This idea stemmed from the sad passing of one of the organisers, Guy Perry, who passed away from cancer. After Guy's passing, the other organiser moved to PEI, where he continued to host the tournament. I'm happy to say the tournament came home to New West Valley this year. The Perry Cup, naming memory of Guy Perry, is home to stay. To make this event even more remarkable, a $10,000 scholarship was donated by family and close friends and was created for Pearson Academy. A portion of this money will be awarded annually to a student who best demonstrates Guy's community spirit. I would like to thank Guy's wife, Phyllis, Jeff Burry, Kevin Owl, Red Stock, Terry Stagg, and Steve Gillingham for keeping this tradition alive. I ask all members to applaud these people who turned a day out into a lifelong dedication. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Before I introduce the next member, I would like to recognize that in the public gallery today, we have Justin Tobin and members of the Mun Hillel Jewish Society who have joined us for the following member statement. The Honourable Member for St. John's Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Monday evening, I attended a candlelight vigil in Bannerman Park to honor the victims of the horrific shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh last Saturday. It claimed the lives of 11 Jewish people and wounded 6 while at their place of prayer on the Shabbat. The Mun Hillel Jewish student group led us in the lighting of candles and chanting of prayers. People from all walks of life gathered with members of the Jewish community under the leadership of the Mun Student Hillel Group. It was a solemn gathering of solidarity. Today and every day, we must all resist and challenge anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, hate, and violence in all forms. We must ensure our classrooms, our workplaces, and all parts of our society cultivate acceptance and inclusion. I commend the work being done here in our own community by anti-violence coalitions, the Anti-Racism Coalition, our teachers, our unions, human rights activists, and faith communities who work hard to make our communities inclusive and safe for all. It is what we all must do. To our Jewish community here in Newfoundland and Labrador, we mourn with you, dear friends, and pledge our support. Shalom. I ask all members to stand together now in a moment of silence.